This time, the final 9 will mean everything. Kelly Fisher, Allison Fisher. For one, the end of an emotional week and the fulfillment of a final promise.
Your match winner.
For the other, another jewel in a Hall of Fame crown and a remarkably round number of WPBA Tour titles. This time, we'll go from the last 2 to the champion. It's the
2007 Q-Tech Q's US Open 9-Ball Championships.
From Twin River in Lincoln, Rhode Island, it's the finals of the Q-Tech Q's US Open 9-Ball Championship presented by the American Pool Players Association. Hello everybody, welcome to Twin River and Rhode Island, the Ocean State. We're thrilled you're with us for what we know is going to be a fantastic matchup between 2 great champions. Mitch Lawrence, joined by 2-time US Open champion, the striking Viking Ava Mataya Lawrence. And Ava, 2 people left out of 64 that started the week, and we are down to 2 that really won it. A lot of similarities between Allison Fisher and Kelly Fisher, same last name, both from England, both snooker backgrounds, but each of them with a very different reason for wanting to take home this particular US Open title.
Yeah, and obviously just having the title of the U.S. Open again being big enough. Allison Fisher, she's going for a three-peat, but she's also doing something incredibly historic in any sport, anywhere. She's going for a 50th tour title, which is absolutely incredible, knowing the competition that she has in the sport. On the other hand, you have Kelly Fisher, who is really playing for her mom. She lost her mom recently. She's gone through a lot of struggle, and I know she would love to win this and dedicate it to her mother. So it should be a jam-up battle.
Nothing like the finals of a major championship. Let's get right to it. Here's a look at our road to the finals. And these highlights will show you both of these terrific matchups. The first one, Kelly Fisher and Kim Shaw going after the spot in the finals.
Kelly playing really strong, coming with some amazing shots. But Kim in no way backed down from that challenge. She played a really strong match, made a few too many mistakes, got out of line a couple of times, came with some big shots too, but in the end, found Kelly moving on to the finals.
Second semifinal matchup between the Duchess of Doom, Allison Fisher, and Guy Young Kim. Good shot making here as well, Ava.
Guy Young being her flamboyant self, going for the big shots, but a few too many misses. Although Allison had a couple of her own, Allison still ended up the victor after playing a phenomenal semifinal match.
7-3 over Guy Young Kim in that one, and here we are. 2 players left after 64. Started a very grueling week here in Lincoln, Rhode Island. The title worthy of that fight. The champion of the US Open in 2007, you see an unusual sight, 5 different victors on the WPBA Classic Tour. Allison Fisher trying to be the first to have back-to-back victories, with a victory in Florida at the last event. And Kelly Fisher wants to win outside of San Diego. She has 3 titles there. A US Open title would be huge for her. Here's the lag for the opening break, and it will go to the Duchess of Doom.
And we have these 2 snooker champions that have successfully come over here to the U.S. and played on the WPBA 9-Ball Tour. 2 of the greatest female players back in the UK playing the snooker tour has now come here to copy those performances over here. It's been really great. We've been used to seeing Allison for many, many years. Came over in 1995. And now Kelly, equally up to the task and putting a lot of pressure on a lot of the pool players over here in the U.S. Allison starts out with a bit of a weak break. She fails to make anything, but I think she got lucky there, and it looks like the 7 got in the way of the 1, and Kelly may have to start out by pushing out Mitch.
Not exactly what you want, but a very important shot is the push out for sure. I think one of the most interesting shots in the game. Psychology involved. And Allison is going to attempt this shot.
She's going to try to play safety here, Mitch. She can hit the 1, but I don't think she can make it. You know, overcut it, bank it across to play the safe. And although she didn't snooker Kelly, that was a really good, solid shot. She's left her in a tough situation.
Quickly give you the rules of this final matchup. It's a race to 7 for the title, a 30-second shot clock, and 1 extension per rack. They will alternate the break, and it'll be foul on all balls as you see Kelly Fisher follow with the safety.
A good safety it was. She has snookered Allison as Allison is going for her jump cue. She needs to get over, it looks like about half the 4 and half the 6. Get the cue ball up quickly. And the 1-8 combo is right there. Good shot. You know what though, she was robbed on position. You'll see it here, she makes a really strong shot, but look, the cue ball hits the 1 again, and the 1 just almost freezes on the side rail. Bad luck not getting a shot there on the 1. She's gonna have to play it safe again.
Interesting beginning to this final matchup. Kelly comes to the table. We'll mention this terrific playing equipment. Brunswick Billiards Gold Crown 4, Super Aramuth Pro Cup TV ball, Simonis 860 cloth, and the Mueller rack will be in use. All official products of the WPBA Classic Tour.
Nice touch there by Kelly. She may have left a sliver of the 1 ball for the Allison to play it safe, but she's not walking away with this by any means. Looks like she's having to kick at it, Mitch.
And Kelly will definitely try to make something out of this. It's, as I said, it's an interesting beginning to a match. If you're a player, I know, Ava, you want to get up there and try to get some table time and let your stroke out settle into the match. Instead, a lot of safety play.
Well, there's no question, but you have to wait for that shot. You have to be patient, especially right off the bat here to try control of the match. See here, 1 ball does pass. Allison has this shot, and the only thing she can do is try to stop on this 5 ball to have a shot at the 2 in the corner. I take that back. That's not the only thing she's got, but that looks like the shot. Although she's not playing, it looks like she's drawing the cue ball into the 2. Well, just barely missed the 1. She would have had a shot at the 2. So it was by no means the incorrect shot. She just happened to miss the 1 ball a little bit. But what an opening this early for Kelly Fisher.
Finally, the 1 is off the table. Seems like it was up there forever.
And look at that. Kelly is not going to go for the run out here, take any chances. She found that 3-9 combo. And she would love to get on the scoreboard right here. Like that.
After a lot of jockeying back and forth for position, this rack ends rather quickly once we get to the 3. That 9 in the corner pocket, Kelly Fisher, quick fire. Jumps out to a 1-0 lead over the Duchess of Doom. It's the finals of the Q-Tech Q's US Open 9-Ball Championship. A lot more action coming your way.
This presentation of the Q-Tech Q's US Open 9-Ball Championship presented by the American Pool Players Association is brought to you by American Pool Players Association, the world's largest pool league. Brunswick Billiards since 1845, the standard of superior craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world. And by Twin River, the only place to play in Rhode Island.
Let's look at some highlights from racks 2 and 3. First, the second rack, Kelly Fisher with the break, Ava, and didn't turn out so well for her.
Didn't make anything on the break. And Allison steps up, makes this strong position shot here on the 1. continues those patterns all the way to the 9 and gets on the board and ties it 1-all.
So we move to the third rack, and Allison with the break.
Allison manages to make the 1 ball on the break, but snookers herself on the 3. And even though she makes contact with the 3 there, no foul. Kelly steps to the table with a great opportunity at the 3, and this is what she does on the 4. Bad safety, opens it back up again for Allison, who did not think she was stepping back to the table again.
And that tough cut on the 9, Allison Fisher with back-to-back racks in 2 and 3, and a 2-1 lead as Kelly Fisher opens rack number 4, 6 on the break.
She makes the 6 on the break, as you said, and she has an open shot on this 1 ball in the corner. Great opportunity here. She may be able to stop the cue ball on the 7, Mitch. She would love to do that, not to let the cue ball loose too much. The 2 being toward the middle of the table, she's definitely going to get a shot at it. Oh, she was able to avoid it completely. And she has a shot on the 2 right here in the corner. Cue ball's going to have to come around 3 rails for position on the 3. 1, 2, great shot.
Look at that.
Well played by Kelly.
And that has to make you feel good if you're Kelly Fisher, down by a rack to Allison right now.
And the balls are laying right where they need to. She doesn't have to do much with a bridge here, just pretty much shoot a stop shot. The 4 is hanging right by the side pocket on the opposite side of the table. The orange 5 ball is up on the other side. I don't see any major problems here, Mitch. I know she doesn't want to get too much of an angle on the 5 here because the 8 being where it is. She just wants to pretty much tap this in and come out 2 or 3 inches.
It's exactly what she does. You know, I talked to Kelly a lot about the past few weeks and the loss of her mom, and she said when she went back to England, one of the great things about going back there was she got a chance to spend some time with Lionel Payne, her coach, who has known her all her life, is a good friend, who has worked with her on her game her entire career. She said not only was it good to just get and be around Lionel again, he gave her a lot of confidence about her stroke, said her technique is the best it has ever been since she was 13 years old. So that made her feel terrific and helped to ease the burden a little bit of what was an incredibly tough time. And she's trying to carry it forward here at the finals of the U.S. Open. That 9 ball ties it up now. Quick fire, Kelly Fisher, the Duchess of Doom, Allison Fisher. As we thought, fantastic matchup, worthy of the finals of the U.S. Open. Beautiful scenery here in Rhode Island, swimming in Mackerel Cove outside of Jamestown. And the Beavertail Lighthouse, the 3rd oldest lighthouse in America. A lot of history, and history here at the U.S. Open. Highlights from rack 5. Allison Fisher at the break. Nothing on that particular break, Ava.
And after a series of safeties, Kelly tries to play a safety, plays a good one, except she accidentally makes the 1, puts her in trouble, gives Allison a chance here to run out, but she snookers herself on the 6, plays a safety, and after a couple of ugly shots, Kelly comes with that shot on the 6, doesn't look back again, finishes the 9 for a 3-2 lead.
So after 5 racks, moving into rack 6, quick fire Kelly Fisher with a 1 rack lead. 6 goes in the corner.
Great break there, Mitch, but no reward. Look at that. 1 ball by the pocket. 7 snuck in just in time to snooker her right there, and she's going to have to either try to kick safe, Mitch, or play a push out. Not an easy thing to do here. I don't think she has enough room to get behind the 7 to play rail first. If she does, she can go ahead and run out here. Nope, she can't. She's going to have to play safe. Just nick the 1, send a cue ball to the other side of the table. Well, no snooker, but really good safe there, Mitch.
Always want to leave as much distance as possible between those two. Cue ball and the object ball.
A dream world here, Mitch. She gets the cue ball behind the 7, but I don't know if she can do it. It came out a little bit, but you know what? That'll work. Get that 1 ball down on that center diamond. Look at this. She's got a lot of reverse on the cue ball. That kills the cue ball right down at that end of the table, and the 1 just sneaks by the 4 and 9. Really strong shot, Mitch.
We are pretty used to seeing those out of Allison. Find out how Kelly answers it. See that 1.
Yeah, that's not what she wanted to do. She's trying to get the 1 on the other side, maybe even snuggle the cue ball up behind the 2, but Allison obviously doesn't have an open shot. And if she does, well, actually she does. She couldn't add on there. That wouldn't gain much. Making this 1. Yeah, she makes it.
Watch out.
Oh, boy. Good shot. Pretty severe cut. She avoided everything. Didn't hit any other balls. But she got a little unfortunate here in the position on the 2. You can see there she doesn't look too thrilled about it. Jacked up over the 5 makes the shot so much tougher. The only thing she's got going for her here, Mitch, is that the 3 ball's right by the side.
Yep.
No, tall order, tough shot.
Can see how close Allison is to that 5. Got to be careful. Foul on all balls. Misses the 2. Kelly to the table with this shot on the 2. You know, we talk so often about how important any tournament is. This one for sure. Kelly Fisher with a lot on her mind about putting together victories on the WPBA Tour.
My ambition is to become number 1. That's been since I arrived here. So, I mean, I'm always gunning for that. But winning San Diego and only that event for 3 years is absolutely crazy. I mean, it's better than winning nothing, right? But I do want to, my first little stepping stone to that is definitely winning more events. I mean, you can't become number 1 unless you win more than 1 event a year. And then number 1 will come thereafter, hopefully.
And it's going to be a hard time for her to win events playing that position right there. She just didn't stroke that at all. She came really fat on that shot on the 4 ball. Nowhere close to getting position on the 5, and she's forced to play safe. Not where she wanted to be. She's left an opening for Allie. And Allison banks balls, Mitch, as good as anybody out there now. It's funny, when she first came over, she was so on banks, avoided them. Same thing with combinations, and she has gone to town working on these shots. And again, now, she has faced with another bank. Watch this. Great shot on this 5, makes that bank. Now she's faced with another one. The question is, will she go offensively again, or is she going to play a safety here?
Chooses the safety route.
A good safe, as you can see, splitting the cue ball and the 7 up, even though she hasn't snookered Kelly. That's a lot of green between those 2 balls for her to hit it just perfectly to end up behind the 9 or the 8. And the way it happens so often, there's a window. If you don't complete, you know, it seems like there's 2 balls right there. You got the 8 and the 9 to hide behind, and so often, if you don't pick one of them, it ends up being a window in between, and an opening for Allison here to tie this match up.
And given the chance more often than not, that's exactly what Allison will do. Just take advantage of opportunities. Kelly Fisher talked honestly about wanting the number 1 spot, and there's only one way to get it. And that is to beat this woman and to beat her consistently. Allison Fisher, this 9, for a 3-3 final matchup with Kelly Fisher. 6 racks played, and we have now split them. As we move into the 7th rack, Allison will have the break. Wow, a lot more great action coming your way from Rhode Island right after this. Happy to be here in the great Northeast, downtown Providence, Rhode Island. The beautiful state capitol building in Providence. We're just outside in Lincoln, Rhode Island, and two women responsible in great part for bringing you the action here. Renee Pellman, APA, Janet Schimmel from Q-Tech Cues. Thank them for their sponsorships. Here's the two breaks of these players, Ava.
Fairly similar, both have that straight on stance, the snooker stance, but a lot more power and follow through forward from Kelly Fisher. Allison's really worked on her break, really coming through it much better in the last couple of years. And Kelly, I think both players are taking a little bit off. They're noticing that corner ball has a tendency to go, and they're focusing a lot more on a solid hit on the one than extreme power on this particular table. Every table racks differently. And the main thing is to make a ball and hold on to that cue ball, try to get it to land in the middle of the table.
And for the third time in her 4 break attempts, Allison Fisher with nothing.
And not only nothing, Mitch, but the table is open. She's got a shot at the 1. It will pass by the 2. That's not a problem. Issue here is the 4 and 6 right here. She may have to play the 4 ball in the opposite corner, which really shouldn't create a huge problem, Mitch, because the 3 ball is conveniently on that side of the table. So the 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 should not be a problem. This table looks pretty open for Kelly right now. You see, that's actually a snooker bridge. It's
and
interesting.
Well worn.
Yeah, it is. Instead of using the billiard bridge, she has brought her own that she puts on her break cue and travels there. Is much more comfortable with that instead of relearning something that she's already very good at. She keeps her snooker bridge with her wherever she goes. All right, back to action here, Kelly. All she has to do here is stop this cue ball, Mitch. Good position on the 4. Play some left spin on the cue ball and take it towards the 5. She just wants a little bit of an angle, not much on the 5. Oh. Oh, wow. Kind of a funky little stroke there. She kind of punched it a little bit. Overcut the 4. Luckily, she overcut it so badly that it banked across to the middle of the end rail and didn't really leave a shot for Allison.
And you could see the reaction of Kelly Fisher there, just looked a little bit stunned. Allison takes her extension.
Allison's going to have to play safety. There's no way to go for that shot. Oh, careful. I think she did just fine there, Mitch. Obviously, Kelly can hit this 4, but she certainly doesn't want to hit the right side of it. She would be flirting with scratching in this corner. It'd be great if she could hit a solid hit on it and hide behind the 6.
Tries to do it. The look in the eye, the 3-time U.S. Open champion. Kicks behind it.
The old hit and stick. It would have turned out a lot better had it not hit the 5 so flush right here. You see the cue ball hit and stick. It's coming out. There's just a little piece of that 9 ball in the way. She's going to try to make the 4 in the side pocket here. Jump over the 9. I don't think the jump's going to be a problem here. Obviously, it's a much tougher to aim when you got to get up that high.
It's okay. Obviously did not make it in the side. Where will the cue ball wind up? Kelly would like it behind the 7 there. Tucked a hair. And Allison Fisher to the table. Allison with strong opinions about play out here on tour, has been out here for a while, including the format at the WPBA Classic Tour.
I'm not in favour of single elimination. especially with races to 7 on TV. I don't like that at all, because I just think that's a bit of a flip of the coin. It's like putting Tiger Woods or Annika on 9 holes instead of 18, or even less than that. And I think, you know, they're going to struggle to dominate a tour then. And it's the same in Paul, especially because there's a luck factor. And so I think you need a longer race to get the best players through.
No, Mitch, I think she's got a good point there. What's amazing to me is that it's been raced to 7 for about the last 10 or 12 years on the Classic Tour. And Allison has been Player of the Year in all those years except for 1. So I think there's a lot of different views of looking at that. I think Allison's got a great point. We play race to 9 earlier in the matches. We get down to the final 2-3 matches, and it's race to 7. And it really makes you have to bear down, Mitch, because you don't have a lot of time to come back if you make some mistakes early in the match.
And as you said, nobody's done it better than Allison Fisher. And my personal belief is, whatever the format, it almost makes it even more amazing that she's got the record that she does. Just undeniable Hall of Fame career. And this 9 could be for a 1-rack lead over Kelly Fisher. No matches after this one. It's the finals of the Q-Tech Q's US Open 9-ball championship. Allison has won it 3 times before, wants another one. We'll see what happens here in Rhode Island after this. Back to Rhode Island and a truly remarkable facility at Twin River for the finals of the Q-Tech Q's US Open 9-ball championship presented by the American Pool Players Association. Some highlights from rack 8 now. Kelly Fisher with the break.
Kelly makes the 1 and the 7 on the break right here. Left with a tough shot, a couple of safeties. Kelly kicks at the 4. Leaves an open opportunity for Allison to play a safe, wins that safety battles, open shot, runs out, makes the 9 to take the lead 5 games to 3.
Here we are in rack 9 now. Allison Fisher with the break, inching closer to a 4th US Open title.
And she just barely missed that 1 ball on the side, Mitch, and left an open shot here for Kelly, wide open. See the 1 ball in the corner pocket right there. Position on this 2 here is really the main shot in this rack, Mitch. I'm looking at all the balls. Obviously the 4 balls on the rail, that might be a little bit of an issue, but not much. Getting on this 2 is big for Kelly. See how much spin she put on the cue ball there. It's a good shot. She still left herself a little bit of a tester, but she doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball. Just cinch the 2, and the cue ball should go and leave herself a position on the 3.
Talk about how important the break is in matches. Allison leading 5-3, but 4 times has come up dry on her break. A lot of times when that happens, you will not have a 5-3 lead. Kelly needs to take advantage here and get another one on the board.
And you can see there she got perfect position on this 4. All she has to do is make it, a little bit center ball, a little bit high, come straight out. About a foot, 1.5 on the table right there for the 5. And she got a little straighter than she wanted, but she's fine. If she can draw the cue ball back, avoiding this 9, she can play the 6 in the side. 6 pockets on the table. A lot of options. If you get a little bit out of line, just rethink it a little bit. And you can see perfect draw shot back here for the 6 in the side. And now she's got the great angle. All she has to do is make the 6 come down for the 7. You can see right here, took the 9 right out of play by coming on the other side of it. Cheated the pocket a hair on the 5. Great shot.
Such a joy to watch Kelly Fisher. She has progressed in the last couple of years. Coming out on tour, won the WPBA Amateur Nationals in 2004. Turned pro 2005, finished with 7 top 9 finishes, and then broke through in 2006. Also won the San Diego Classic in 2005, so that obviously a big moment for her. She's got 3 of those. We heard her say before she would like to break out of just winning in San Diego. Winning in Rhode Island would be quite all right with her as well. Tough 9 here, but she needs to really bear down. Critical shot here for Kelly Fisher. Yes. Good control of the nerves there for quick fire. Kelly Fisher climbs to within 1 rack. After 9, she will have the break in rack 10. On we go in Rhode Island. A familiar sight to those who have visited the Providence, Rhode Island area. The buildings of Brown University, a great institution of higher learning. Speaking of learning, let's learn a little bit more about the 5th-ranked player in the world, our top finisher, Ga Young Kim, brought to you by the American Pool Players Association.
I'm always just trying to play my best. I want to win. Like, I really want to win when I'm on the table.
A look at Kelly T-Bon, representing Brunswick Billiards. Glad Kelly's here and all our sponsors. We thank them. Let's look at some highlights from rack number 10. Remember, Allison Fisher up 5-4 at this point. Kelly Fisher on the break.
Kelly comes up dry here, nothing on the break. Allison steps up, makes this 1-5 combination. 1 rolls in as well. Open shot at the 2, no problem. And watch this, makes the 3, glances off the 4 ball, scratches and gives ball in hand to this woman right here. Kelly Fisher takes command. Ties this match up 5 games off.
And a good time to make 2 balls on the break, Ava.
It is, because what she needs to do now is keep control of this table. She makes the 1 ball on the side right here, 4 ball on the corner. But watch what happens to the 2 ball. The 6 gets it just in time, knocks it up past the side, and she doesn't have a shot. She's going to have to either kick safe, which I doubt she'll do, or she's going to have to push out here. Not an easy place to find a push out, Mitch.
Pushing out.
This is usually where Allison is so tough when it gets down to the end. Final matches, makes the 7 in the corner, chooses that as a push out.
Obviously the 7 ball stays down, does not get respotted. These rules, everything stays down, even on an intentional push like that. We'll see what Kelly can do here on this 2. Tell you what, that's a good save, Mitch. That's a really good shot. Left the window, though. There's a definite window. See if we can get the overhead look at it. You see right here, she's got a window, 2 ball in the corner. These balls right here, something that she could hide behind if she chooses to play safety. She could just kind of hit and stick. Oh, she went for the shot. Oh, wow. Very aggressive shot there, and it wasn't much at the tail end of that, Mitch, because getting position on the 3, well, that says it all right there.
Great
That
reaction.
pretty much says it all.
This is so close to going in.
It is, but look where the cue ball ends up and where the 3 is. There really is no shot on the 3 from there, so I'm a little surprised she went for that, knowing that she wasn't going to have much of a shot on the 3 ball after that.
Wants that cue ball to just slow down.
Oh, she sure does. She's left herself. Tricky spot. Not thrilled. Right there is where she wanted to be. Now she's got to be careful here. She doesn't want to hit those balls. She could also draw into there and try to draw the cue ball straight out for a longer shot on the 5. Really gonna have to stroke it. Good shot. You can see she had so much draw and right spin on it that the cue ball went forward into the rail, then back up again. You can see it here again. All that spin is going to bring it back up. Really strong stroke shot on Kelly's part right there.
And she is going to need a good shot here on the 5 to stay at the table. Remember, we're tied at 5. Race to 7. Good shot.
Good shot there. Hit that with some authority, didn't she?
She has been a tremendous offensive shot-making machine since she came out on tour. Has had at various times to deal with playing too quickly. She has a very quick pace normally. We mentioned her coach Lionel Payne earlier in this match. Lionel letting her go, just telling her find your natural rhythm. And once she does, it's a joy to watch.
Watch this position here. 3 rails. Some right spin on it. Does she have the right speed?
That's
Oh,
key.
ball.
Oh, that's going to be fine. It's just so nerve-wracking right now. You're talking about the finals of the United States Open. And this for the hill for Kelly Fisher. There it is. And she will have to just try to stay calm. She is 1 rack away from the biggest title in her short career here on the WPBA Classic Tour. Kelly Fisher, 6-5 over the Duchess of Doom.
This presentation of the QTech Q's U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship presented by the American Pool Players Association is brought to you by Ozone Billiards. Play in the zone, your online source for billiard supplies. By Brunswick Billiards since 1845, the standard of superior craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world. And by American Pool Players Association, the world's largest pool league.
A very appreciative crowd here in Lincoln, Rhode Island, as they have been all week. A lot of amateur players here, thousands of them next door at the APA event. And more importantly, just tremendously interested fans in the WPBA Classic Tour. And Kelly Fisher, quick fire. Kelly, ranked 6th, 1 rack away from a major accomplishment.
Talk about the dream break here, Mitch.
Wow.
She makes the 4 ball on the break. Look where the 1 is, right here. 2 ball, 3 ball. The 5 should pass in here. That's the question mark. If 5 goes, my money big time is on Kelly to get on the hill right here, and Allison knows it. Allison has a perfect view to see if that 5 ball passes by the 7. I am pretty sure it does, Mitch.
And I said as we left rack 11 with Kelly going up 6-5, she just needs to stay calm here. With so much riding, not just the U.S. Open title, but so much riding on this, with everything that has gone on emotionally for her this week. With the passing of her mother, Stella, spending time with her dad, Don. Family has been so important in Kelly's life and Allison's life too. You know, we've been talking a lot about Kelly and the family, but Allison, of the 49 times she's won on tour so far, she will tell you that the biggest moment for her was when she won her first national championship in 1995, because it was the first time that her dad Peter saw her play over here. Peter now gone too. I know both these players every week take their families with them, so just huge times here. And Ava, I know you know it too, when you get down to this point where there's a few balls left, it is simply about being in the moment and executing. Simple to say.
Yeah, and it's a funny, the best way I can put it, when you get to this point, is the holding back adrenaline. You know, here she overhits balls. It's very easy to hit things too hard or get a little too far, and then you try to hold back a little bit and you don't stroke it enough because the adrenaline wants to explode and you realize you're 3 balls away from the biggest title of your life. And even though she got a little funky on this 7, she now only has to make it. Play the correct speed. That's got to get going a little bit more. And she is not perfect, but she's got that shot on the 8 and the side, and things are looking good here. She needs to dig deep on this shot, really draw it on the other side of the 9 and come back out, or she could just drift down. Careful, she doesn't want to run into the 9.
8 and the
Oh,
side.
no, Kelly.
No. No.
All right, not much to say there. That's just painful to watch. All she knows, Allison gets a gift there, but you know what? Match is still tied. It's hill. Unfortunately for Kelly, Allison has got the break.
Kelly Fisher, will she get another chance is the question. Heartbreaking shot. This is a very strong woman, is Kelly Fisher, and she's going to need all of it right now to stay here and just see what happens with Allison Fisher. With 2 balls left on the table for the title, did not finish it off, and this is where we will find out about Allison. We know what she is made of too. And nothing on the break for Allison Fisher. Unbelievable.
Well, it looks like Kelly's going to have to push out. She can't see the 1. 6 got her blocked just enough.
This is a push out.
You can see how close it is, but no cigar, so just leave a longer shot for Allison. Allison's going to have to come either with a great safety here, unless she gives it back to Kelly. I have a feeling Allison's going to take this. It's tough to give up a shot in this situation, Mitch.
Puts the 5 in the corner pocket. And if you're Kelly Fisher, just to get back up to the table and try to compose yourself enough to play that push out and now get it back.
And again, it's the right move. It's not an easy place to play a safety, but what a tough thing to do, to walk away from the table. You had your chance at the table and to give it up. Tough to forgive yourself if Kelly should happen to come with the big shot here.
And the question is, no, you can see it there. Allison will definitely have a shot on the 1. Stunned look still on the face of Kelly Fisher after what happened at the end of rack 11. And let's turn that coin over. For Allison Fisher, it's about the same thing. We are now tied at 6. 1 rack away from deciding a champion. And Allison will have to be the one to stay calm in this situation.
She does, Mitch, and she has her work cut out for her here. This is by no means over. See where the 6 ball is right here? The help she's got is the fact that the 4 is right there, so getting in this position shouldn't be a major deal, but it would be a lot easier if that 6 wasn't laying right there on the rail by the side pocket. That's Kelly's hope right now, is that something goes wrong in that position. Unless, oh, look at this. Check this out.
You were talking about hope for Kelly Fisher. There it is.
Talk about letting the cue ball go. I think that was nerves and being rattled on Allison's part. And Kelly has life.
You saw that little change in the eyes of Kelly Fisher there.
See as Allison can kick this in. Oh, how'd she hit it? How did she hit it?
What can you say? Gathering herself and coming with that shot. We have seen it so often out of Allison Fisher. You mentioned the 4 being in the corner pocket helping out, but for a different reason. Now this tough shot on the 6.
This is no hanger by any means, Mitch. Unbelievable tester here. So much tougher than it looks. anybody but Alison Fisher. Beautiful stroke there, taking advantage. And she's 3 balls away from a three-peat. This is absolutely unbelievable, Mitch. What a turn of events after Kelly had it in her hand and let it go. Let's see if Alison can keep her nerves here and finish this job here, Mitch, in this rack.
Well, a couple of big-time shots. And you know, Kelly had her chance with a couple balls left for the title, but do not forget that Alison had to take care of business in this rack, and you just saw 2 shots that make a champion. That is where the heart is.
You know, it's hard not to feel sick for Kelly's sake here. Just your heart hurts. She had an opportunity here to win her first major. But hats off to this woman right here. She just made an unbelievable couple of shots to take the 2007 title.
And that final expression from Alison Fisher lets you know how she feels. Disappointment on the face of Kelly Fisher and joy in the heart of Alison Fisher. For the 3rd year in a row and the 4th time overall, your U.S. Open champion is the Duchess of Doom. And now, here's Ava.
Oh my God.
And I'm here with the champion, Mitch, Alison Fisher. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I'm telling you. You did get a bit of a gift in game 12 with Kelly scratching on that 8 ball, but what an amazing out you made from there.
I think that was the run out of my life, to be honest with you, because I knew so much was at stake. You know, and poor Kelly, I mean, she won it and she lost it. I mean, she had the run out, she broke beautifully the game before, had a, you know, relatively easy run out, and, you know, just got the wrong side of the 8, came funny on it. And, you know, in my mind, I thought there's a scratch on here. If she digs into it, I could see that, like, tangent line scratch. And, hey, listen, I'm not complaining.
I don't think so. Congratulations to not only the U.S. Open title win, but the 3rd U.S. Open title win and the 50th Classic Tour title. Congratulations, Alison. Back to you, Mitch.
Thank you.
3rd U.S. Open win in a row, 4th overall. Let's look at our turning point of the match, brought to you by Simonis. This is the obvious one. Kelly Fisher will see this for a long time. So close and yet so far. And with a word from Kelly, here's Ava.
Well, Mitch, I'm here with an obviously disappointed runner-up, Kelly Fisher. Kelly, you know I hate to ask this question, but I have to. What went through your mind? What happened on that 8 ball when you scratched on that 8 ball in game 12?
Well, prior to scratching, I thought that was it, really. I thought I'd gone over the crossing line, but when I seen it kiss the 9 and going towards the pocket, I don't know, I just couldn't believe it. Anywhere any softer, anywhere different, I'd have been, at least had an attempt at the 9. I'm just so disappointed.
All right, well, congratulations on a fantastic tournament, fantastic finish. Back to you, Mitch.
Thanks, Ava. It has been a fantastic week here in Rhode Island. Congratulations to Kelly on a superb finish. We'll see her in the winner's circle. And congratulations to the Duchess on her 4th title. For Ava Lawrence, I'm Mitch Lawrence. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.